1922 back with another WWE Smackdown review. This episode is based around the qualifying matches for the Eliminated Chamber. If you want to know how I felt overall about SmackDown, please stay to end the review for my final overall thought. Now, can we talk about SmackDown? First thing we begin with is the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre, who got attacked by Cody Rhodes. Now, I am no longer feeling this feud between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes' promo was really good here. And this is why Cody needed to lose the belt. They always say the money is always in the chase. Cody Rhodes no longer being a champion is doing so much for his character. He was out there in a suit, regular street clothes, losing his mind. And of course, he hit that joke about the measuring stick between CM Punk and Roman Reigns that he is riding down there. And you don't get what he's trying to say. He's saying, I got a big dick like a black man. A lot of people online got a kick out of it. Other people said, us, very cringe Cody Rhodes, because we are in there, which is Black History Month. But good way to kick off Friday night SmackDown. So we have a WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley versus Kiana James and Julia. Julia is a two-time women's U.S. champion, but my goodness, she don't get no reaction at all. She is struggling to connect with the W audience, and I'm not sure when she will get to that point where the crowd will start responding to her. Io Sky, really, they are super over, and they just make everybody look small in comparison to them. This was a solid match right here, and by my surprise, Julia, the one that ate the pinfall, the U.S. Women's Champion. But that tells you about Kiana James. Kiana James had a good performance in the Royal Rumble match, and I believe there's a possibility that Kiana James might be the one that will get more over than Julia. And who knows, maybe she gonna be the one that beats Julia for the U.S. Championship. And I see it definitely happening. Kiana James, look out for her on SmackDown. The Miz versus Carmelo Hayes. This is open challenge, and we all know about this feud right here. It's been going on for the longest, and I'm finally glad this is it. And let's end it and move on to something else for Carmelo Hayes, because the man does not have a storyline. But this did turn out to be a good match, and I'm happy for the Miz, because the Miz, when it comes to the IWC, a lot of people do not like the Miz. They feel like he's one of the worst talents all the time, and that's far from the truth. The man can go in the ring. It's just not your cup of tea. In this match, Carmelo Hayes, the crowd in Charlotte really enjoyed this match. Speaking of Charlotte, they were great all night long. I was just so happy for the Miz in this match right here. Carmelo Hayes gets the victory, still your U.S. champion. Now, can we give Carmelo Hayes something? Because we are close to WrestleMania season. Who will be his opponent for the U.S. championship? Let's get to it, Triple H. Last Legend, Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, Elimination Chamber qualifying match. This was a solid three-way match right here. Chelsea Green is so over, and she was the most over talent in this match. And that tells you a lot, because the crowd loved some Tiffany Stratton. I'm not sure what the hell Michael Hayes talking about. He don't see her as a man of the talent. I definitely see her in that light. She is over. She got a character, and she can be an underdog character that the crowd can get behind. Michael P. Hayes don't know what the hell he's talking about when it comes to Chelsea Green. She looked good in this match. Last Legend is the heavyweight. She looked good in this match. Of course, Tiffany Stratton looked good in this match. But we all knew who was going to win this match right here. Tiffany Stratton. You know what I got to say about Kit Wilson? Now, I never cared for him being a part of Pretty Deadly. I know he got this theme song that's getting over. And when I watched the segment, I said, you know what? I actually like what I saw from in this segment right here. They gave him some microphone time, about 3 to 5 minutes, talking about Toxic, and the crowd was responding to him. He doing the hip thrust, and the crowd knew who was coming out when he was saying, whoever was in that Royal match, I challenge you. And it was, of course, Oba Femi, superstar, future world champion. Do not take long, W. He took care of Kit Wilson. So far, he is not a member of Raw or SmackDown. I thought he was a official member of Raw, but he announced he is still a free agent, I believe. If I'm wrong, someone correct me. But this really worked out for both guys. Femi looked great, and Kit Wilson looked good. And this guy could be a solid mid-card act on SmackDown. And who knows? He might get over to the point where he become a babyface. We will see. So Drew McIntyre once again comes out and get attacked by Jacob 5-2. So it was a bad night for Drew McIntyre, and that's why I hope this leads to a triple threat match. I'm glad both guys got the upcomings on Drew McIntyre of what took place at Saturday Night Event, and also the Royal Rumble when he attacked Cody Rhodes. Now we get to the portion of the show where this a match where you call they just out there to fill time. We have Tama Tonga versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This match was a whole bunch of nothing. It's not going to lead to anything between Shinsuke Nakamura and NFT because Shinsuke Nakamura does not have any partners in the WWE. Tama Tonga gets the win. Let's just move on to the next stuff. So we had Liv Morgan, who is the 2026 Royal Rumble winner. Raquel Rodriguez out there. They are building that tension between both ladies. Jade Cargill come out there because she told Liv, if you pick me, I will beat your ass. We have Jordan Grace out there. Of course, we built a feud between those two, which has been god-awful. And it looked like they were going to do something with Raquel and Liv, but we did not get to that portion. They all just come out, making a match. This whole match was a whole lot of nothing. It was just to build tension between all four ladies with so many mistakes going on in the match. The babyface team get the victory. Jordan Grace versus Jade Cargill will take next week. And we definitely going to get a split between Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. And speaking of Jade Cargill, I've been hating her run as the champion. W just continues to disappoint me when it comes to booking Jade Cargill. So this is the part of the show that fell off for me. But then we definitely picked it up with Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre came out and talked about what took place between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. And Drew McIntyre came out great in this segment right here. Got a microphone talk about what took place during the days of COVID when he won the championship. He's not a part-time like Roman Reigns. And he mentioned all the guys that held the WWE Championship. The best prestigious belt in the company. This is the normal belt, not the belt Simple had around his waist. I love Drew in this segment. It really needed to happen because you could not just leave that out what took place between CM Punk and Roman. Drew had to get licked back, and he stood strong tonight with this segment. And I was so happy that Trick Williams was able to get some spotlight being out there with Drew McIntyre. Trick, not here to play games. He wants to be the WWE champion. I'm glad they are put him in the segment with some big-time players. Trick Williams should be a world champion by the end of the year or the start of 2027. Please do not piss me off, Triple K. So we get to the main event. This is a qualifying match. Aleister Black versus Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa. This was a good main event match right here. Just got to throw it out. Aleister Black run so far in WWE been a complete wet fart. The best thing about his run in WWE is hearing his cool theme song once again. Trick Williams is out there watching the action. I'm looking at this match like, okay, is this a possibility? Or are we going to get Trick Williams, Randy Orton program? Or are we going to get Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn? Because they had some interaction backstage also. But the outcome of this match was predictable. Does not mean it's the bad thing. Randy Orton is your winner, and he will head to the Elimination Chamber in Chicago, Illinois. So, SmackDown was much better than usual. Now, I wouldn't say it was better than Raw. Raw was a much stronger show, but I'm glad I was able to sit down for 3 hours, and I feel like I wasted 3 hours of my lifetime with watching SmackDown. So if you watch SmackDown like me, give me your thoughts on the show. It was a decent one to me. Negative, positive, I'll respond in the comment section per usual. Hit that like button on this video. As always, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.